Fuck yeah, dude.
It looks sweet.
What
Came out
is going
so-
on, Veletics fam? Welcome to, technically speaking, this is episode 9 of our podcast. It's been almost a month since we've recorded anything. There's obviously been a lot going on in the world, and we ourselves as a company have had our own things going on that, we decided it was kind of best for us to go quiet because we wanted what was going on in the world to be the focus and not what was going on with us to be the focus. So we decided to take the last month or a few weeks or so back from social media, from podcasting. So today we are here to give you guys a bit of an update on what we have been up to, on what's going to come soon. And I'm going to let Ray and Madison kind of talk about the inspirations behind our new designs. We've got some really cool new logos that have been designed. I was going to say worked on, but I feel designed is the best word I was looking for there. So, yeah, I'm not going to ramble on. Ray, Madison, talk to us. Fill us in. What has been going on with you guys, and what have you guys got coming for the people that are Veletics fam?
So me and Ray have been working on new logos, because one thing I feel like that definitely comes to mind immediately is that we wanted to create a like summery theme for our logos, and just like a different still the same message but a different vibe from the clothing by changing up our logo. So we came up with a bunch. I was going to try to find it in my sketchbook, but I don't know what page I drew it on, so I'm not going to try. But we wanted to create like a doodle logo, waves, incorporate all that into it. Ray has some of them on the stickers right there, which I'm really excited about. We put a bunch on samples that we have coming in right now, and it looks so sick. I worked with Nick's friend, Jessica. She's a graphic designer. She did an amazing job. So did Dylan. They were both absolutely amazing. And that's going to be on our clothes coming out soon, our stickers. And we're excited to give that different beachy vibe of Veletics.
Cool.
So, yeah, basically we got a lot of cool products coming in. Not going to disclose exactly what, but it's going to be very kind of summery themed. And also there's going to be one product that's been a long time coming that I know a lot of people are going to be really, really excited for when they, first see in that initial, pre-launch video and stuff like that. So really excited to get that out there to you guys. And, the biggest thing was creating that summer theme. We were talking about it, and Madison and I were like, you know what, like, let's just, combine, this shitty year. We just want to have like a good, fun summer. So we figured a nice, cool, refreshing logos of like summery kind of stuff, jersey things that we feel like we love, we incorporate into these logos and stuff like that. So that was the whole kind of idea behind this. And like for further launches, you'll kind of see bigger, cooler designs with like the seasons and all of that. But yeah, we're expecting to have about, I think about like 8 products in this launch coming up. So we're really excited to get this product out to you guys. But that's really all, because I'm not trying to reveal a lot.
I feel maybe you could reveal what we have confirmed.
So yeah.
We're keeping the OG thing a secret. That, I'm not, maybe only a couple people know about that. But I unfortunately don't have.
The cat's out the bag, bro. You've already broken the secret. You broke the secret when you were down the shore. You've broken the secret.
You probably forgot that you broke the secret.
No, he didn't. He didn't break the secret. He was letting people wear it down the shore. He was flashing it all about down when he was down the shore.
I don't know if Madison's below me, but Madison was just one of my
She's actually to the left of you.
Of you.
All right. Well, I'll grab it then. I'll grab it. I'll give the people what they want.
Why was he pointing to me anyways?
Because you're the one that was wearing it.
He's looking for the scapegoat.
No, Tim was actually wearing it.
Oh, he was?
Hey, just for disclosure, I was probably really drunk, and I was like, yo, dude, look at this Veletics hoodie we're coming out. And he was like, yeah, bro.
Actually, I remember.
And like,
For a bit of context, we actually decided as a company and as owners that we would not disclose what is being released to anyone outside of the company.
But like
Just
all
for
the-
context of why we're busting Ray's chops right now. And, well,
Totally forgot about that. But anyways,
the leak was from our own company. It is
yeah, I'd asked him, like, hey, like, which one's more comfortable? We got these 2 different hoodies. And then he just put it on, and, like, he just kind of left it on. He was cold, so I was being a good gentleman, like, hey, bud, I got a sweatshirt for you. And then I'm sure Madison, Brittany or anybody else down there probably took videos, but, it is what it is.
Yeah,
But
show it to
anyways,
people. Show it.
we got the OG logo, the Valetics here, and then we got the VX blown up in the back. It's going to be in black and the white lettering, and that's it. We're going with the OG colors, OG logos. It's comfortable as heck, and it's worth the buy. That's my sales pitch right there, actually.
So I guess what I would say for what I have been up to is, while Ray and Madison have been doing a ton of awesome stuff on their end, getting everything ready, what I was trying to do is actually find some people to go ahead and make this a reality. So shout out to my friends Jessica Kraft and Dylan Crowley, both really good graphic designers. Hit them up. They're super busy. They took the time to meet with all of us, hear what we had to do, the designs we have. Ray and Madison sent all of those over to them, and they sent us back some crazy shit. Really excited to get that out to everybody. So I guess, Ray and Madison, what I wanted to ask you guys is, besides creating the designs themselves, what would you say has been the most fun part of this process in terms of you got them?
Seeing the logos come to life, like our drawings just, be right there and like putting it on clothing. That was like the biggest thing for me, is like being able to have so many more things to put on clothes.
Yeah, I was gonna say like seeing like doodling this just in like my sketchbook, and then like having Jessica send it back to me, and me being like, oh my god, now I can literally take what is on this page and have it be hanging on something right there. Is like obviously so exciting. It makes me feel like creative,
Because I know both of you, like when I sent them over to you, you both were like, holy shit, like that's like actually our design. And even when I sent it back to both of them, and I've showed them, what we've designed with the stickers and everything, they both like, that's so fucking cool to see. So again, shout out to them. Thank you guys so much for the help in creating all of these. And I'm really excited to see all those get out there. So I guess my second question to you two would be, we asked the fun part. What would you say is the hardest part of coming up with designs or getting things ready to make?
so far, because I feel like you guys are just getting started.
I was about to say, like, it hasn't been really difficult yet, because once the difficult part was definitely just setting a theme, setting like what kind of vibe you want to have for the logos. But once we came up with that, it was just kind of like, we looked at New Jersey. For me, I looked at just like Jersey landmarks down the shore, and then started doodling off of that. And then Madison, you can go obviously explain what you did, but yeah, I just kind of went off Jersey stuff, summary things.
I would say it definitely hasn't been too hard yet, but I would say the biggest thing, honestly, is like when I'm picking what I want the logos on, it's really hard to know like what two to put together, because these other two would also look good together. It's like, do I put these two together? Like the combinations of what ones you want to use is actually really hard. Like I could not decide. I was sitting like staring at my computer for like 30 minutes going back and forth between this one little logo, and I was like, I can't decide. So definitely
The one that I was thinking of, because I know we went back and forth about the logo that I'm not going to disclose on here. The one that's a little bit more colorful.
Yeah.
Colors that we didn't know. Yeah.
I could not decide for that one.
I mean, that's a good thing. The logo looked really good on both of them.
It's a good thing that I can't decide, because I like all of them so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we talked about the most challenging, talked about the most fun. I guess the final thing to ask, for other graphic designers or other designers are out there watching this, what would you guys say? Obviously this is our first launch. We've done it a little bit differently, launch a little bit differently. What would you guys say you've learned the most from this process, and what are you going to incorporate to the next round, hopefully when we do something in the fall?
So definitely being in contact with the graphic designer helps a lot.
Again, shout out to them. Thank you guys. for being on
Like,
call.
The logos are dope.
wanting to try and learn that more is definitely great, but being that takes like years of practice to actually like be able to like do that kind of stuff. So that was probably the biggest thing coming up is, making sure we have graphic designer lined up that can really take our ideas and stuff like that and, expand them themselves and also give us what we want. But yeah, that's like the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, I was literally gonna say the same thing. Is you need someone, even if it's yourself and you know yourself, then that's great. But you need someone to be able to bring your ideas on paper to ideas that you can like put on things, like bring it to life. Because that, like me and Ray, you should have seen us. Like it was like Christmas Day when we got those logos sent to us. Like I was so excited.
It really was.
And
I
like
think-
you could just do so much. Like I feel like we can do so much more now, and all we got was a graphic designer. Like
For
literally
sure.
the only difference we did. And I like you guys saw the videos I sent you when I got that sample in.
I was doing the same thing. I just didn't have the sample. But
Yeah.
it's cool because, like, obviously, I think you two are both, on your way to becoming good designers. But I'm sure you'll both agree with me on this. It's crazy to see someone who's been doing it for 2 to 3 years take something, literally make it, and send it back. And you're just like, holy shit, like this can be done. And it's weird talking about it because obviously we know what everything looks like, but most people that are watching this don't. But
Yeah.
both of them sent us some really crazy shit, and all of them are going to be used on one thing or another, even if it's saved for a little later. Everything looks really, really cool. They're both really good graphic designers, so everything came out great. And I guess my hopes for this is I'm really excited for everyone to see all these products. I know it's been a long time. All 4 of us could agree that it's probably been a little bit too long, but we are coming out with some really cool stuff. I really think it's worth the wait, and we're excited to really, take the stage by storm for the summer and moving into the following months.
I was about to go cough Zega.
I was going to say, why has it taken so long?
That was my segue.
The reason it has taken us so long is because we thought we found a blessing in this one company called Zega Apparel that would meet our low minimums and everything that we needed. And it turned into 6 to 7 months of essentially being lied to.
The emoji.
Blue balled.
I mean, we were lied to the entire time.
And the final product from them that we got was still wrong.
Yeah, we basically faced an issue with this company where they told us the entire time that what we were asking for did not match the order summary, and then the men's product that we ordered from them, the first 2 samples more or less matched the order summary, you'd say, right? Like just slight little tweaks that needed to be made. And then the final product that was actually sent to our doorstep didn't even have those. It didn't have what was on the order summary. And then
9 months later.
with our women's product, which the process has been maybe a month less. Yeah, exactly.
We don't have, there's nothing really to say.
Well, the issue with that all along was Madison wanted to put a particular band around the bottom of the cropped hoodie, and they were trying to tell us that we couldn't do that, even though they told us we could.
When they said they could do it, but then they couldn't do it. Yeah.
It really depended on their mood for that week. Either they're like, you know what, maybe I think we can do that, and then the next week they're like, no, it wasn't in the order summary. No, we're not doing that. Next week, like, maybe we'll do it. We'll try and help you guys. So you guys can only imagine what it's like, because Master and I were the ones, at first relaying everything we were being told by our account manager to James and Nick, and then expecting an update, and then giving James and Nick the same update, and then that whole back and forth process, and eventually James and Nick stepping in. It was just a huge mess. If any of you guys ever see Zega Apparel ever, and you're considering doing anything clothing, do not. Literally X out of it. If there's a way to block that website, report it, do it.
When I stepped in, after a 3 or 4 days of going back and forth with the head of customer service. Had this guy tell me that I was wasting his time and he wanted to talk to somebody who knew what they were talking about. So yeah, Zega Apparel, if you're watching this,
No,
you're watching this. Those last 15 0-star reviews you received were probably from us. But yeah, so that's why we've had a headache of just we picked this company thinking everything would go great. It just went the complete opposite of how we wanted it to go, and it's been nothing but a headache. But we're hoping the way that we've chose to adapt is going to be a good second option. We're hoping everything can still fall into play despite coronavirus potentially making its way back into our lives yet again, even though I guess it really still has never left our lives. But
still realized, right?
Don't worry about the killer bees.
Yeah, I mean, we can all agree we thought we had something good, didn't go well, really didn't go well. Then we found some new other options, we adapted, and here we are we were going to do a launch, like I probably can say this at this point, with like 3 or 4 products, but like now we're coming into a launch where we're going to have 7 to 8 products. So, it may have been shitty and we had a whole rough patch, but we learned a lot of things, Madison, Ray, James, myself. We learned a lot of things. We learned how to communicate, how not to communicate, what to look for, what not to look for, essentially how to adapt. So it took us a while longer than we would have liked, but I think we're a stronger company because of it, and now we know how to move forward. And I think we found some good companies and good ways that we're going to be able to move forward faster and a little bit better. So it sucked, but I think we can all agree that I think we made it out. Most companies wouldn't have made it out,
Surprise, we made it out.
Made it out. Almost at 2 years, believe it or freaking not.
Yeah. I mean, I think it. It's when you hear like businesses generally fail in the first 3 years. I don't think that 100% applies to the modern day business. I think that more so applies to how business used to get done. I don't think applies to how business is done today, because guys were getting rich in 10 years, in the 90s doing certain thing one way, and then, now guys are doing those same things but getting super rich in 2 to 3 years. So I think it is what you make of it. To close out, I would like to ask the 3 of you, and I will start with Madison, and then I will go to Ray, and I will go to Nick, because that's the order you are on my screen. It's just a brief message of motivation for people. It's been a crazy year. We've had crazy things come our way. Each day has brought some new type of fuckery in everyone's life. And I would like to ask you, Madison, what is your message to somebody listening to this that they could hopefully take away and make their day just a little bit brighter?
This is more of like a motivational one instead of like brightening your mood right now, but like, that sounded like it was gonna be
whatever works. Yeah, whatever works. Whatever is uplifting,
This one's a little depressing. No, I'm joking. I guess one thing that I definitely learned over quarantine, and this is just something you should always feel, but like whenever you're being lazy, or not even lazy, but just don't feel like doing something that like, oh, I do want to do that, but just not right now. Think about in the future, like even a month or 3 months from now, you're going to feel very guilty that you didn't do it. So I guess just like what I'm taking away is like when you're in the moment thinking like, oh, I won't do that right now, think about how much you're going to regret it in a month from now, not doing it and not just starting already. Because there's a bunch of things over quarantine that I didn't do, that I told myself every day, oh, I'll do that tomorrow night. And now that I got called back to work, I actually had like a breakdown. I was like, oh my God, I literally did not do one thing that I told myself I was going to do. And it was as simple as finishing this painting I have that I never finished. So just always think how you're going to regret it in the future when you could have done it then.
What was that Jewish proverb I sent you, Madison? Do you remember it off the top of your head?
Okay, wait, what was it again?
That's why I'm asking you, because I don't remember it. It was great, though. It was that has to do with what you were just talking about.
Wait,
James,
I love it.
by the way, we're putting that slogan, James, on a shirt one day. It's like, oh, I forget. It's gonna be on a
Oh,
shirt
because
one
it's
day. 100%.
speaking of themes, that's the theme you're going with for me.
Yeah, it's just gonna have a shirt with your face on it, and then it's gonna be like, oh, I forgot.
Wait,
Like, what's the password? And then on the back,
The
I don't know.
This does at once what the fool does at last.
that yes, but I was thinking of something different.
That's the Jewish one you told me.
No, that is the one I sent you, but I was thinking of something different. Ray, what's your message of motivation?
This is kind of more towards like I'm kind of going through like a thing right now mentally of like, trying to like find my way and exactly what I want to do. So I guess really you got to take the time you have to really think about, before you start committing to something that maybe not your dream, maybe not what you exactly want to do, and seeing like which one's like better, or if it's worth, biting the bullet on something and like you chase your dream and you literally just have to drag yourself in the dirt for a bit before you get back up. Because that's the situation I'm kind of facing right now. It's like either I, stick with one thing right now where I know I can keep on making consistent good money, or I just take a jump and just do it. And I'm kind of leaning more towards that. And it's been more, for like self-thinking, doing research on everything. It's just, I guess what I'm trying to say, because I kind of totally lost myself, is like, if you do have that dream, you do have something you really want to do, it is worth taking that jump and definitely just full sending it, as people my age like to say.
Full send, bro.
Full send, bro.
Nick?
So yeah, mine's probably pretty cliche, and I know everyone hears this, but just keep going, keep moving forward. I think everyone that's watching this can agree it's been a fucking shitty ass year, and we're not even close. Still got a couple months left. What I would say is, if you're watching this and you want to start a business, or you're doing something you've never done before and it's not going exactly how you want it to go, which, just as a heads up, is probably going to happen, keep going, keep believing in yourself, keep going forward. I'd say, the worst thing you can do is to stop, just kind of give up on it. Down the line, you're going to think about that moment you decided to stop. More often than not, it's probably going to haunt you. So I would just say keep going, keep moving forward, continue to better yourself in one way or another every single day, and make little goals. And if you hit them, feel good about that. And, one day you're going to get that main goal and that main victory that you really want, and you're going to feel good about it. And all the steps that you took to get there are going to feel better than if it was one easy step. I'd rather take 10 hard steps to get to my goal than one easy step. So keep going.
And my message of motivation is just be patient. Just be patient. Thank you for watching, guys. We will be back at this regularly. There will be miniature episodes throughout the week from all four of us. So there will be one longer episode and then 4 smaller episodes throughout the week. You'll be able to find those YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and Instagram. But yes, thank you for watching.
Thank you, guys.
We have to do our shout outs. Remember, I can't do yet.
What shout outs?
We want us to do our little app things.
Oh yeah, you guys can do the holding up thing, but all our Instagrams will be in the description.
Yeah, want to give a shout
Also,
out.
shout out Sticker Mule for sending us sauce with our stickers.